Thanks, Brooks. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started. First question will go to Doug.
Brooks, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. How damaging is this loss for the team's playoff chances?
I think it's very, very frustrating. Very frustrating loss. Heartbreaking loss. Um, got back into it, 1-1, and yeah, just heartbreaking loss. And you know, we still got a couple games left, and we're gonna fight till the end. So we can't give up, and we're gonna do everything we can to try and slip into the playoffs. But yeah, just devastating loss.
Next question will go to Felipe. Well, next one will go to Joe Patrick, actually.
Yeah, hey Brooks. When you say frustrating, I mean obviously I can tell you're frustrated right now. Was it a frustrating game to play in itself as well? It just seemed there was it wasn't quite as energetic as I thought it would be going in.
Yeah, I thought we were energetic. I mean, I don't think that was the problem. I mean, I thought we had a lot of possession. We looked dangerous at times in the first and second half. We had a couple goal scoring opportunities. Just two cheap goals that we gave them. I thought we were dominant for 90 minutes. I didn't think, they were. I think they thought they were going to lose this game, and I think all 11 players on the field for us, believed that we were going to win the game the entire time. Even, coming out of halftime, we had high spirits and, we were feeling good. Came out in the second half, started, we were possessing very well and creating some chances. Then we conceded an unfortunate goal and then equalized. It was great to equalize, and we were on the front foot, and then we got caught. So yeah, as I said, it's just frustrating, but we're not gonna give up. We still have games left, like I said, and we're gonna push till the end.
Next question will go to Jonathan Siegel.
Brooks, thanks for taking the time. After John's goal late, just what was the kind of feeling on the pitch? Was it like, hey, we can really go win this thing? Just take us into what that back and forth kind of seesaw moment was like. It obviously was pretty heart-wrenching from afar, and just as much as you're able to share, how was that on the field?
Yeah, I mean, after we had equalized, after John scored, everyone on the pitch, was ready to go after the second goal and try and win the game. I thought we had all of the momentum. We had them on the back foot. We were possessing. We were playing in their half, getting crosses in. Regaining the ball when the ball would pop out. We were just all over them. And then we just conceded one of their fluke counterattacks, and just very disappointing because I thought all the boys and even the atmosphere, we were pushing to get that second goal to win the game.
All right, next question will go to Felipe. Yeah, Felipe, try it now.
All right, can you hear me, Brooks?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that, and thank you, Justin. Brooks, I mean, the first half looked like the game plan was pretty clear from Atlanta United's perspective, going for the win, very attack-minded. I know you mentioned that you did feel like the team was energized, but I think from our perspective, the second half was a little bit more sluggish. Do you guys think you overextended yourself a little bit in the first half, or was it did DC adjust tactically at all?
I mean, yeah, we were coming into this game with a very attacking lineup. We have so many, attacking-minded players in this group, and especially tonight in the starting 11, we had, the likes of Barco coming back in the side, which was great to see, and Marcelino, Jurgen Damm was, flying up the wing, so it was a very, attacking-minded group, and I thought, coming into the game, we knew we were going to have a lot of the ball, but we needed to take care of, their chances offensively. And, in the first half, I don't think they had any clear-cut chances. And then, yeah, as you said, they made changes going into the second half, and they caught us on the break a couple of times. Because as I said, we have a very attacking-minded group. We're trying to push for those goals to try and win the game, and you have to look on the other side of that, and be aware of their counterattack and those guys going forward for them. So, yeah, they definitely changed their mindset and their tactics.
All right, thanks, Brooks.
Yeah, thank you.
Time. All right, guys, next we'll have John up. So, again, remember to raise your hands with the function. Right now, don't see any questions for John. All right, first one will go to Jonathan Siegel.
Awesome. Hey there, John. Just want to get your thoughts. I imagine you anticipate this question. The playoff implications. What is this like mentally right now? How would you describe just the state of the team in light of obviously a pretty difficult result?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a pill to swallow. Obviously, the way the game went, coming back into it, equalising late on, and then conceding almost immediately after is a tough one to take, regardless of where you are on the table. But look, there's still 9 points to play for, so that's the mentality we're going to need, and we should have going into those last 3 games.
Next question, Joe Patrick.
Yeah, hey John, just speaking of those last 3 games, I mean, a result like this obviously is going to stick with you to an extent, but how do you just get yourself turned around to face a tough team on Wednesday?
I mean, we've got nearly everyone back fit. Hopefully get Franco back soon too. So we've got plenty of options. Boys will be raring to go, especially when there's opportunities like this. Guys will want to take their chance, and we have a really strong squad. So I think we've got to look to that for these last 3 games. And boys are going to have to step up and obviously take those opportunities.
Next question, Doug.
Hey, John. I've asked you versions of this before this season, but why does it seem like it takes the opponent scoring for Atlanta United to kind of find its mojo, so to speak?
I don't know. It's very tense at the moment when we play. I feel like, as you said, sometimes we need a kick in the backside before we get going. I don't know the answer to it, but it's definitely something that's kind of carried through this whole season. I mean, if you look at the games that we've won, we've been on the front foot from the start, and we've scored the first goal. So, I don't know how we get that every game, but it's more of a mentality thing, for being honest.
Yep. Next question, Doug.
fair to say that whatever it is that's not there is why y'all aren't above the playoff line right now?
What? Can you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
Yeah, is it fair to
Cut
say
off a
that
bit.
whatever it is that doesn't seem to click until the other team scores is why y'all aren't above the playoff line right now?
I mean, I can't. You know, as I said, the games that we have won, if you look at our best performances, we've been on the front foot from the start, and we've dictated the tempo and not let teams get into games. You know, if you even look at the last time we played DC, you know, we get an early goal and we completely suffocate them. Whereas today, you know, I don't know what it was, but we just let them back in the game, and it was, you know, it was poor management from the players in those last few minutes. You know, we should have pushed for another goal or seen it out and get the draw.
Any last questions for John? Okay, thanks, John. All right, guys, we have Glassy up next. Just remember to please use the raise your hand function, and we'll get started. First question, Doug, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Same question to ask Brooks. How devastating to the playoff chances is this loss tonight?
I think just in terms of the game itself tonight, it's a huge disappointment. We managed to fight and get ourselves back on level terms after going behind undeservedly, in my opinion. But I think we're well aware it gives our playoff hopes a knock massively. But there are still 9 points to play for, and that's the aim. We'll try and get as many of them as we can.
Next question, we'll go to Felipe.
Good evening, Stephen. My question is a little bit based on that. I mean, clearly you guys knew the importance of this game. You talked about it all week. You talked about it all season. The lineup was very attack-minded. In the first half, you guys were on the front foot. The second half, again, I asked John the same question, or actually, sorry, Brooks. Do you think the team overextended themselves physically in the first half? Because it was a bit sluggish in the second. Once you guys go down the goal, the team really wakes up. But the first 30 minutes of the first half or the second half looked a little bit different.
No, I don't think we overextended ourselves at all. I think you've got to be able to play at that pace for 90 minutes if you want to be a professional footballer and at Atlanta United. So I'd say no. And I think they probably changed slightly tactically second half to give us a few more problems than they did in the first half that we didn't cope with very well. We weren't as creative as we were in the first half. But I don't think by any means we overextended ourselves in the first half. That's the expectation of how that group of players should be playing.
Next question, Joe Patrick.
Hey, Coach. Can you just take us through kind of the emotional roller coaster that happened in that last 10 minutes, and specifically how you and the bench were feeling about just how that goal potentially could have changed the game that John scored?
Yeah, I think they were better second half than they were in the first half, giving us a little bit more of a threat. But I still felt like we were in control. We made positive changes to try and inject some more life back into the team. Like you said, it went a little bit flat for periods, so we tried to put a little bit more pace, a little bit more life back in. I think we achieved that. We lost a goal off a free kick that was just a set play, and we lose a runner and he scores a goal. So from there, like you say, the roller coaster is we really throw everything at it. There's a huge urgency level goes up. You could see what it meant to the players, and we managed to get on level terms. From there, we're still slightly open. We're going for a winner. I don't consider that we were too open. We were still in a position to defend, and we just didn't do it properly. So I think there's a huge roller coaster of emotion. You're correct that we're down. We didn't deserve to be. I didn't feel we managed to get back on, and we think we're going to get a winner. And then you get the wind really knocked out your sails. So it's up to us to get back on board for Wednesday night now.
Next one, back to Felipe.
Thank you. Stephen, could you just describe or what did you want to see from Marcelino Moreno? Like, what was his role tactically? He was at times looked like a second striker, other times very much a 10. What was the expectation from the staff with Marcelino tonight?
I think we were expecting him to play at the top end of midfield. He's almost right in between a second striker and a number 10, if you like. So an advanced midfield player, picking up the ball in dangerous areas, which I think he did a lot of the time. I think in the first half, it looked like he thought he was in more of a free role, or certainly that's the way the game panned out, which we needed a little bit more defensive work from him, which he gave us. He gave us at times, and then in the second half he was more of a creative influence in the game, I think. So he's doing what we're asking of him, and like we've said, it's not going to be easy for him coming in and having an expectation and a burden pushed right on him. But he's aware of that, and he's capable of coping with it, and I'm sure he's going to be a great player for the club long term.
Next question, Doug.
Yeah, Coach, it's kind of similar to what Felipe asked. I'm just curious, with Marco and Moreno and Huzetu and Jurgen Damm on the field,
no, I think the positions that the team got into, I'm not going to go singling guys out, but the positions that the team got into, there should have been probably more production, more shots, more quality on crosses, final passes. When you only score one goal with that group of players, I think, and the goalkeeper's not been hugely tested, I don't think you can be satisfied with your night's work. But that's the whole group. Likewise, we can't be satisfied letting in 2 cheap goals. So that goes for the whole group as well. So it's not to single out individuals publicly. Things should be better at both ends of the pitch tonight.
All right, thanks, Classy.